Hi guys, AFL Analyst here, and as many of you know, I've actually made a lot of mistakes this season in Supercoach. Like for example, they led to me not even being able to finish my team and not having enough trades left at the end of the year. So obviously that affected my season rank a lot, which I got 8,827, which still isn't that bad. But the good thing about all of these mistakes that I made is that we can learn from them. So today I'm going to be doing 5 things that I learned from Supercoach 2020. So the first thing I learned was not to be afraid to pay full price for the best players. So Jake Lloyd is a really good example of this. I didn't want to trade him in at first, just because he was so expensive and I thought he'd come down. But being so consistent, he kept rising in price. So I didn't want to get him in, but eventually when I did get him in, he was actually really good for me, even though I had to pay full price for him. So I think he ended up averaging 122 and was the best defender. So definitely for next year, just get the best players, even if you do have to pay a lot for them. So before we do get into the next part of the video, obviously Supercoach has ended and the footy season is just about to end as well after the finals. So I really want to keep going on the YouTube channel, but I'm not really sure what else to upload. So if you'd like to see anything like any other games or like analysis on any other sports, please comment down below. And yeah, I'll, as always, read all your comments and also subscribe. So the second thing I learned was to be more patient, especially when trading out premiums. So the point of premiums that you choose at the start of the year is so that you can get them all the way through the finish, so you don't have to do as many trades. But obviously trading them out defeats this purpose. So yeah, definitely it makes it a lot harder to have enough trades to finish your ending team. And that is exactly what happened to me this year. And it made it especially hard with all the injuries in the backline. But I probably could have avoided this if I hadn't traded out some premiums, like for example Rory Laird, who didn't perform too well in the first bit of the season. So I rushed to trade him out. But in the end, he ended up scoring pretty well at the back end of the season, with his move to the midfield. I think he scored around 117 average for the last 5 rounds or so. But yeah, definitely be more patient when trading out premiums. So the next thing I learned is just take 125 plus for the captaincy loophole. So obviously, if you don't know what the captaincy loophole is, I have linked my video which explains that in the description. So go and take a look at that, and then come back and watch the rest here. So what I found myself doing this season a lot was just getting a bit greedy. Like my vice captain would score say 130, 140, and I'd actually not even take that and hope that my captain scored more. Which obviously a lot of times that didn't work out, and it can really cost you a lot of points surprisingly. Like say what you have a vice captain who scored 140, and then so what, that's 280, and then you can have someone who you think's going to score more, but they end up scoring say like 100. That's 200 with the captain, and just like that you've lost 80 points, which can really be the difference like between thousands in the rankings. So yeah, definitely just take 125 plus, just to be safe for the captaincy loophole. So another thing that I learned from Supercoach this year was the importance of getting your rookies right and not spending too many trades on them. So an extreme example of where I got this really wrong was with Tom Green. At the start of the year he didn't play that much, so I had to trade him out of my team. He played again, so I got him back in, and then he didn't play, so I got him back out. So obviously I wasted a fair few trades there, which I definitely should have done. And now, so how are you going to get your rookies right to start the year? So the best tip I can give you, honestly, is probably just copy some of the better YouTubers like Supercoach DR, Supercoach Jords, maybe Shorty Supercoach, just because, yeah, they read into it a lot, and honestly, who has the time to do that? But also a mistake that I made this year, and probably I think a lot of other people do, is just getting a rookie who isn't playing for your captaincy loophole. I don't think that's worth it. Um, yeah, just get all rookies that you think are going to play. So the final thing I learned this season for Supercoach was you have to lock Grundy and Gorn. I didn't make this mistake myself, but I saw a lot of people get, say, Pitternet and Naismith, who just didn't end up performing anywhere near as well. Although I think Pitternet did earn a fair bit of cash, so it wasn't too bad of a pick. But honestly, you're just losing so many points every round not getting Gorn and Grundy. Um, Obviously, I did trade Gorn out, but that was only because he was injured for a few weeks. But so definitely, I think every season, like the next few years, unless something really big happens, definitely just keep locking Grundy and Gorn.